Good morning, fellas. What's going on? I'm going to start right off with it. I'm not going to, poo-poo around here. I got a bunch of questions this week about things we get questions about every single year. You guys don't know by now. I don't know what to tell you. Tiebreakers, ad drops in the playoffs, and we've been over this 1,000 times, but I'm going to go over it again. But first off, a lot of tight races here. The South is pretty much done. It's just for seeding now. Preet is 7-5. Myself, Dave, and Anthony are both 6-6. Are all 6-6. So it's all going to depend on who plays who. Ray and Vince are out of it. Ray has 4 wins. Vince has 3, so they're out of it. But our division's going to be for seeding, deciding these last week's games, who wins and loses. So those 4, that side of the bracket set. The other side, 2 teams are definitely in. Mark Torrey and John Condit, both 9-3. John Condit didn't even draft half of his team, and he's 9-3. Maybe you should do that more often, John. I'm just saying. Jim, 7-5. And Dirty, 6-6. And Joe is 5-7. So that last spot could go, any way we do it. How we work tiebreakers. We've done over this year past. How we roll over tiebreakers is we go head-to-head record first. Then we go point differential and head-to-head record in the 2 games, the point differential. If that's the same, which I really hope it's not, we go total points for. If that's the same, then we go least points against. And if it's just down after that, I'm flipping a coin. So it goes head-to-head, point differential in the head-to-head games, total points for, least points against. Okay? That's the tiebreaker. And as far as the ad drops, now this week Anthony was number 1. This next week you have up until the games start on Sunday, like we do every week, to pick up your last. You could use up the rest of your ad drops this week. So once the Sunday games go off, your ad drops are going to be set to 0. You get 1 ad drop for the playoffs. So 1. If in week 1, if you don't use it, it carries over to week 2. Once you use it, that's it. The only way you get a second ad drop is if the guy that you picked up in the ad drop in the playoffs is out injured. If he gets injured before you use him. So say you pick up Marshawn Lynch. I know he's out. But say you pick up Marshawn Lynch first week of playoffs, and before the games that week, he gets out injured for some reason. You could pick up another one. That's the only way you get a second one. If your guy you picked up is out injured. Okay? So, ad drops. You have up. We're going to do worst to first because it's the week where nobody is. Everybody had a shot. 12 teams, 13 weeks. The last team we're going to go like we used to do worst to first this week. We'll set it based on record. We'll set it based on points. So I'll set it. So the last week's going to be worst to first for ad drops. You have up until Sunday to pick up those ad drops. Make sure you use them, or you just lose them. That's it. If you don't have anybody else to pick up, you don't want to pick up anybody, you have some ad drops left in the bank. A lot of guys have 1, 2 left, whatever. Like I said, tiebreakers we talked about. Ad drops in the playoffs we talked about. So you get 1. Guy gets hurt, you get a second one. Only if the guy gets hurt. That's it. All right? All right, so South, we're going to play for seeding. North, top 2 teams are in. Jim's pretty much in. And Dirty and Joe are going to, be playoff. Going to be, who's going to play for the last spot. But good season so far. Not a lot of smack talk. Not a lot of people fucking around. Oh, by the way, 2 people still owe me. 2 people. Jim, who I've tried to reach out to and I got no answer. And Vince said he'd pay me tomorrow. We'll see. If he doesn't pay me, like I said, I'm not paying a soul until I get paid. So no one's getting paid in this league until I get paid the money that I have to pay out. Fair enough? It shouldn't take 13 weeks to get paid. I mean, it's silly. And if you have Venmo, I'll pay you out right back as soon as the season's over. If you don't, then you're going to have to wait or whatever you're going to have to do and figure out a way to get down to me and get the money. But again, no one's getting paid till I get paid. So Vince, Jim, should have get off the pot and pay me the goddamn money so we can finish up the league that started in August. Thanks. Have a good day, boys.